if you go to subsection C, it says the purpose of this review is to ensure that the impact fees do not exceed the reasonably anticipated costs. This is yet another review process. So in other words, if an applicant comes to us and says, hey, I don't think that your fees were correct and that what you anticipated is way more than what is actually should be in the plan. And it says, in the event the review of this article materially alters or changes the assumptions, conclusions, and findings, the article shall be appropriately amended. And we don't have a definition of materially alters. And I have, just some pause with that. And that's an attorney question. Maybe we need to define, Marcus, what materially alters, if it's a percentage or whatever it may be. So those are my thoughts based on the exhibit that we're incorporating into the ordinance.
Do you have any suggestions for these changes? I mean, I know you outlined some of them as you went through.
Well, the amounts need to be correct, but then also I think that if you want to come before city council because you're unhappy with the fee, fine. We're the policy. We set policy. I don't think there should be an administrative review. I think that section, whatever section that is.
29-105.
103, I think. No.
105 is the city manager portion.
Yes, you're right. Yes. I think 105 should be stricken.
Just completely removed?
Remove it,
Or specify the city council versus the city manager?
Well, there is a city council review hearing process in section 29-111.
Okay, so there's two different review process outlined.
Correct.
And you're saying to remove this administrative
Can I jump in
one.
here real quick? Was this was this exhibit based on previous ordinance and the way we've been doing? So have we been doing business this way the whole time?
And I would defer to the city attorney, but I believe that those items were in there previously.
So I don't know if, I can't remember, but I will tell you, we have other ordinances that do the exact same thing. So this is not our first ordinance with the city of Palm Coast where there's directors or the city managers can make administrative decisions and people can appeal that to city council. So this is not unusual, I will tell you that.
Yeah, I don't think it's unusual. I just don't agree with it.
I guess the other question, though, too, is that to the point that if it, spitballing that, like, what if this became frivolous, right?
Mm-hmm.
That now are we tying up council meetings, with 6 applicants every couple of weeks saying, I don't want to pay this impact fee, and then
Not
we're
if we make
reviewing
them
it?
perhaps pay a fee. I do have to correct myself because the city council review hearing is to review the decision of the city manager. So presumably if an applicant were to say, I want the city manager to essentially make an exception, city manager says no, they can then appeal to the city council. So to your point, council.
It'd be like a board making a recommendation, like.
Yeah, so I think maybe we would change 29-105 to making this a city council review instead of a city manager review. And again, I'm one, right? So it would need to come from the dais, but this, I'm voicing my concerns.
I think in my opinion, all of these are reasonable asks. Like, there's nothing that fundamentally changes anything, and it's protecting us in a more defined way. So I'm okay with any of these changes.
Anything else?
No, that was it. I guess we could get rid of 29-111 if we're the initial reviewers. But again, this is first read, so I think that Marcus can probably make these changes to this incorporated exhibit if there's consensus to do so. But yeah, and then I want to make sure that payment is at building permit.
I guess my only question is if this is going to be the new standard, is it the policy decision of this council to move forward with this updated language? If these exhibits are imposed, because it's, I mean, do we need to take a broader review of all our other ordinances?
Well, I can tell you that it's the same in Parks and Rec. It's the same exhibit. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm just asking a broad kind of strategic
Yeah, no, it's a good question, of
policy
course.
question. I mean, I know you don't agree with it, but it's just, I'm kind of like, okay, well, let's take a 30,000 foot view on this and make sure that if this is the will of the council to move forward and operate in this fashion, then it should be, we need to correct ordinances that we've passed, and going forward, we need to correct, we need to make those changes from a policy perspective going forward. So
Yeah.
I think it's a broader decision than just these specific changes here. So
I agree with you. I just think if council is strapped with the duty to make the impact fees, then there should be no ability to undermine that by city staff.
okay, I'm not disagreeing with you, I'm just,
Yeah.
just
No, I
putting
agree
it,
with you.
putting it in the
Yeah.
context of a policy decision.
So you got
I
all
look
that?
forward to all of the vice mayor's recommendations for our contract changes and ordinance changes in the future.